Hey, welcome back to Channel C4 in Haggis. I recently had a message on Facebook from a troubled mother who had a son's Xbox who kept switching off after about 2 hours. Now it's the same Xbox as this, you'll not see it probably until I switch to the full screen, but it's the Xbox One Series S. Now, so I had taken the console for a couple of days and I had taken off the cooler paste and because it was really crusty and horrible, and gave it a good hoover out and clean. So far so good. A couple of weeks later it has done an amazing job, so I'm going to walk you through how I do the repair. So first things first, we need to remove the two tabs from the back of the console. Now again, this will void your warranty, so do this at your own peril. This is my own Xbox, so I know what I'm doing. Then once the screws are out, the back panel just literally slides off the console. Then all those green screws, you will want to take them out before removing the silver screws. That means you can get the console off without the case opening, so you can get all the Wi-Fi sensors and stuff off the console before you take the full case off. And you're probably wondering where you get these screwdrivers from. Now I will leave a link in the description of an easy place, either Amazon or eBay. Not an affiliate link, but they're relatively cheap and easy to source. Now once you've got all the green screws out, you can bend the back panel off, or the top chassis off from the back panel. You need to give it a good squeeze. Apologies for the camera angle here. And then once you've got the case removed, you want to remove all the Wi-Fi sensors, power on button, etc. Now we have all the chips off from the outside of the case, we can now proceed to take all the silver screws and black screws off the rear of the case as well. And make sure you keep all your screws safe for rebuilding the console. And if it's easier to say rebuilding the console is just a reverse of removal of all your parts. Now the case itself feels a little bit stiff once you've got all the screws out. Just give it a little pull with either a plastic pry tool or a flathead screwdriver, again at your own risk. This is my own console and I know the risks I'm taking. So my fan is a little bit stuck, give it a little pull and it comes off nice and easy. Now you're probably wondering, why is he cleaning his Xbox as it's not dirty inside at all. I'm only doing this because the state of the previous Xbox that I did work on. Now I don't use this Xbox nearly enough, so this is why I'm doing it on my console as a preventative measure. Off comes power supply. This little metal clip needs to come off before you can pull the board from the rest of the metal casing. And then push up with the USB and out comes the whole board. And I recommend a foam mat to put the chipboard down onto, especially to protect the radiator for the cooling parts. Now we're met with another one of these horrible X clamps that was in the original Xbox 360s that gave the red ring of death. And in my opinion, I would have these out and replace them with the old-fashioned nylon washer screw kind of thing we did with the 360 repairs, if anybody's old enough to remember that. Now again, I'm using a flathead screwdriver, but it would probably be beneficial to mention you can use a plastic pry tool as well. Again, my own console, my own risk, but you do what you're comfortable with. They can be a bit fiddly, but once they're off, there we are. Just give a little push on the bottom pins and out comes the CPU. Now it's worth mentioning that that push there was not as easy on the console I fixed the first time. And here I have a sped up video of me applying alcohol, which is isopropyl alcohol. I'll leave a link in the description below where I got that from as well. Again, not affiliate. And I prefer to soak all the paste completely, as sometimes it can be very crusty, and just apply as much as you need till it comes loose and just give it a wipe off. Don't be swayed to use kind of like baby wipes or water based wipes, as that can cause some rust on some of the parts. You want to use alcohol as pure as you can get it, as it will evaporate off the board. Now again, out comes my screwdriver. My flathead screwdriver. I'm using it again at my own risk. I know what I'm doing. I have done this on all of my consoles. I didn't do it on the one I repaired for free, but this is the process that I normally do. And if you find it a little bit harder with that, you can use you can just keep at it with cotton buds or Q-tips if you're in America, and as well the flat makeup pads that I pinched from my wife. And finally, once you've got the parts as clean as you can get them, this is as far as I'm going to go with the screwdriver, as I don't want to damage any more of the chip. And then we'll be applying the Arctic Silver compound, which again I'll leave the link in the description where I got it. Again, not affiliate. Put as much as you believe is right on, and then put the console back together in reverse order of taking it apart. And let me know in the comments if this worked for you. Thanks again for tuning in and watching this video. Please give a subscribe, it really does help the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.